What's going on, everybody? It's your commissioner back for the Week 15 and playoffs round 2 preview show. All right, so here's a look at the playoff bracket and the scores from this weekend. Number 1 and 2 seeds didn't play, so there's no scores for those teams. But the first matchup this weekend was between the number 3 seed, Show Me Your TDs, and the number 6 seed, Brothel Nutcracker. Show Me Your TDs walked away with the victory in this one, 134.1 to 100.3. Show Me Your TDs was led in scoring by Adrian Peterson, who had 31 points. So it was a pretty outstanding performance by him. And then he also got 22.6 points out of Ray Rice. So pretty much anytime you get that production out of players, you're going to have a good chance at victory. And that's just what Mom did this weekend. Brothel Nutcracker was led in scoring by Pierre Garcon with 19.9, but had some pretty mediocre performances by CJ Spiller and Antonio Gates, who only had 6.2 and 6.1 points. And there's a couple more around 7 points. So not a bad performance by Brothel Nutcracker, but a few weak performances and no really outstanding performances got Mom the victory. So congrats to Mom on that. And I suppose we'll see you in the next round of the playoffs. And the other matchup was between the number 4 seed Team Vajayjays and the number 5 seed 40 Ounces and a Lot of Bush. 40 Ounces and a Lot of Bush walked away with the victory, 142.9 to 116.3. Brady's team was led in scoring by Noshan Moreno, who had 26.7 points. He had a very good game, and pretty much everyone on his roster had a pretty good game. There's no really weak performances. Everyone did pretty well, and as you can see by his score, he did very well and got the victory. Team Vajayjays was led in scoring by Victor Cruz with 26.1 points, but he had a few weak performances as well. Brent Selleck only had 1.1, and his kicker Matt Bryant only had 2. So he did have some good performances out of players, but just a couple weak ones here and there brought his team down and ultimately gave Brady the victory. So congrats to Brady, and you advance to the next round to face Team Vinegar Strokes, I believe. So good luck in that one. I didn't forget about the Sacco Bowl. This matchup has number 7, Kegel the Elf, against number 8, Rexy is Sexy. Rexy is Sexy absolutely dominated this week with a 173.4 to 98.6 victory. Rexy is Sexy was led in scoring by Marshawn Lynch, who had 30.8 points. She also got 30.2 out of Mike Wallace, 28.4 from Tom Brady, and 25.5 from Jamal Charles. All 4 of those guys would have outscored Ring's highest scorer. So I'm pretty sure anytime that happens, you're going to win your matchup. Only bad thing was Katie lost Robbie Gould, her kicker for the year, which, since we started this league, is like the 3rd time Katie's lost a kicker for the year. So I don't know what Katie's deal is with kickers, but I'm sure she'll bounce back from that just fine. Kegel the Elf was led in scoring by Vincent Jackson with 25.1 points. Sounds good, but did have a few weak performances as well, such as 0 points from Brandon Pettigrew and -1 from the Falcons defense. So that's only the first week of that matchup. There's still 2 more matchups to determine who walks away with that amazing trophy that I carved. But good luck to both of you in the next couple weeks, and I'm definitely ready to get this trophy to one of you. So best bring your A games the next couple weeks. All right, here's a look at the playoff bracket this weekend. The first matchup, we've got the number 1 seed Team Vinegar Strokes against the number 5 seed 40 Ounces and a Lot of Bush. These two played each other twice this year, and they split the series. In Week 6, Brady won 145.5 to 118.3, and in Week 13, Tony won 145.1 to 116.8. So they've had almost identical matchups, and I think it's going to be a pretty good matchup this weekend to see who can win the series and advance on to the Shiva Bowl. So good luck to both of you in that matchup. And the other matchup is between my team, the number 2 seed Revis and Butthead, and the number 3 seed Show Me Your TDs. We also played twice this season and split the series. I won in week 5, 136.6 to 104.9, which is a margin of victory of 31.7. And in week 12, Mom won 138.7 to 107.5, which was a margin of victory of 31.2. So just like Brady and Tony, we've had almost identical matchups this year with one person taking one and one taking the other. So I think it's going to be a pretty good matchup this weekend. And good luck to Malm. And I guess we'll see which teams can advance from the round of 4 onto the Shiva Bowl, which will be next weekend. In the consolation ladder, we've got the number 4 seed Team Vajayjays against the number 6 seed Brothel Nutcracker. These two have played twice this year, and Vajayjays has won both. In week 5, he won 131.3 to 128.5, and in week 12, he won 124.8 to 111.4. So he's won both matchups this year so far, but definitely doesn't mean Brothel Nutcracker can't take the third one this weekend. So good luck to you both in your matchup. And our last matchup of the weekend is between number 7 Kegel the Elf and number 8 Rexy is Sexy. These teams have played each other 3 times this year, including last weekend. Katie has won 2 of those 3 matchups, but we'll have to see if Ring can get a victory this weekend and even the matchup at 2 going into the Saco Bowl next weekend. So good luck to both of you, and may the best team win. All right, that's going to do it for the Week 15 preview show. That's about where the league stands right now. Those are the matchups, and good luck to everybody again in their matchup this weekend. And I suppose I'll be back next week to give a little preview of the last week of the 2012 season. So see you next week.